out with 5 minutes. LeBron got to sit the whole game. You know, he got a chance to rest. Like, that's key. And then you got guys to be able to build a rhythm. Luka Doncic getting some looks. You know, obviously, Luka was unbelievable from start to finish. But Austin, more importantly than anybody, he's the guy that you want to find or see find his rhythm back.
Yeah.
So, you know, and then others, we said Marcus Smart, Rui, like, they're all kind of, you know, fitting in or finding themselves and building more confidence. So you got a chance to rest and relax a little, but also build some confidence and get one of those games that is very much needed and a win.
Yeah, shout out to Luka Doncic. He continued his strong play. I do want to start with Luka, though, guys. He only played 3 quarters, but it's his 10th 40-point game this season. 4th Laker with 10 40-plus games in a season with 19 games left. And, James, that first quarter, Luka's 5 for 5 from 3 with 22 points. And he ends up with 44, 9, and 5. Efficient night for Luka.
He set the tone. He set the tone at home. He's an excellent offensive player, and he will take advantage of what the defense gives him. Usually, if he doesn't see a double team coming and it's just one-on-one, he's going to try to take advantage of that. And I thought tonight he just really played a full game outside, getting to the cup, and, you know, dropping some dimes, just leading the way for his teammates.
I'd like to imagine he'd have a lot more numbers on that list. This is only his first full season with the Lakers.
Yeah.
And he's on that list with, you know, some unbelievable names.
Crazy.
So if he gets a couple more seasons and he plays what we expect him to, like another 10, he might be leading the pack there. But again, he's getting 30 in his sleep, and when he's got the 3-ball going, it's 40. You can count it, and making free throws. So, and he did it in 3 quarters tonight, which was unbelievable. Hitting bank shots, doing it all. But I said I love what he did last night in Denver, where he's moving the ball. Even tonight, kind of getting guys involved.
Yeah. And
then also give himself a chance to rest. Like, he earned that quarter off by getting 44 in 3 quarters.
Danny, it's something JJ said to Mike Trudell at halftime in that second quarter when the Lakers started to separate. And you saw the pressure come off a little bit. Indiana's going hard at first, getting into the paint, keeping that game close. Luka's able to separate that game. When you're on a team with a guy that can just go on a heater like that and can separate you, how much easier does the game become for everyone else?
I mean, I wouldn't say cakewalk, but it just becomes fun. It becomes like pickup and just guys, you know, like AAU days, just going out and doing some EC Jack.
Western Conference standings just 24 hours after dropping the game to Denver and falling back a game and a half, heartbreaking fashion. The Lakers pick up a game on the Nuggets. Remember, they had a back-to-back at home. They got blown out at home by the Knicks by 40. And unfortunately, Jamal Murray exited the game after 18 minutes with an ankle injury. Don't know the severity of that, but the Lakers taking advantage of a bad Pacers team, so they're now 38-25, just a half game behind the Nuggets, a couple of games behind the T-Wolves, who they will see on Tuesday. But first, the New York Knicks, red hot, obviously, after that Denver game, coming into town on Sunday. But that Western Conference, and Danny, we talk a lot about it on our shows here. It's going to be moving every single night, 19 games left in the season. It's fun to watch the scoreboard as well.
Absolutely. It's going to come down to the last week or two. But I feel like there's been a lot of seasons where the races are close, but it's always up, changing and moving. At this point in the season, you got to focus on you and focus on the bigger picture and getting better. Control your controllables, as they always say, and dictate your own destiny. If you take care of business and do what you're supposed to do, you're going to end up where you're supposed to be. And not worry about where Minnesota is, where Houston is, or Denver, or let's try to manipulate who we want to play in the first round. That's when the basketball gods will come to get you. If you just play basketball and play to win, and if they take care of business on these next 5 games and get, you know, 3 or 4 of the next 5 and win against those top, 500 teams, they'll be placed at a pretty good position to where they might be able to get home court advantage if they continue to win out and play better basketball.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's in their control right now. You know, they are in a good spot with the opportunity to move up. This next game, the biggest test of the year, maybe, for with the Knicks coming in here. This is at this
Early
time of the
game,
year.
12:30.
They've had some big games, but this time of the year, with the Knicks coming in and the way the Knicks are playing, as confident as they are, you're looking at a potential, Eastern Conference championship, perhaps. I don't want to get ahead of myself because Detroit and some other teams are out there. But this is a big game for the Lakers to test to see where they really are, playing against a really good team that's a playoff-bound team that's pretty solid in a lot of categories. They're going to be tested on Sunday.
Maybe this isn't a coincidence. Maybe it is. Rob Pelinka trades for Luka Doncic, one of the top three-point shooters in the league. And About 4 or 5 games ago, JJ wanted him to be a little more aggressive, get that volume up. But when you look at this Laker team, all of a sudden, they're a little more consistent from 3. They're on the rise since the All-Star break. And, Danny, this is, starting to get a larger sample size. We're talking 9 games. They are shooting 41% from 3. Again tonight, 46%, 17 of 36.
Yeah, I mean, it's climbing a percent pretty much per game, it looks like, because before the game it was 40%, now they're 41. But that's what happens when you're having fun and you're moving the ball, everybody's involved. You got a couple of games where you can build confidence and get some really good cushion and wins. But in that process, again, you're putting money in the bank. You're getting rest, you're getting guys involved, you're getting Marcus Smart confident, you're getting Luka Doncic. Now all we got to see is Jake LaRavia kind of get it back some. But everybody's getting good looks. Luka's shooting at a high clip. And again,
that's been huge.
Kind of struggled from 3 most of the year until after the All-Star break. After that injury, he's kind of refocused. Again, if we can get Austin Reaves and Jake LaRavia there, sky's the limit of what this group can accomplish. But Luka Doncic, it seems as if adding him to the team has opened up the floor and made shooting for everybody that much better. And the group is shooting way better. And
James, on different nights, you can see 6, 7 different Lakers, 8 Lakers hit threes. There are guys that are capable of shooting threes. 6, 7.
Yeah, but
it's tired now, right? 6, 7's out.
When the ball's moving. I mean, look, we're going to repeat this over and over. When it's moving and it's fluid, guys will knock them down because the pace of the offense is in rhythm. You lathered up. And so, bringing in Kennard, I think Austin Reaves, another guy, and we saw Marcus Smart, who's, we don't talk about him enough. He can hit threes, LeBron. So, yeah, we have the guys that can hit them, but I think the offense has to flow a certain way for them to get them. I think it just can't be stagnant and, not moving. It has to be, and I think the defensive pace has to be good, too, for them to be activated to knock down shots.
That's the biggest difference is the offense. Yeah. I mean, obviously, adding Luka Doncic helps your shooting. Yeah. But guys are getting way more uncontested, better looks because the ball is moving that much better. And Luka's kind of making it a point, even Austin Reaves. But even the bigs, the big to big, like Jackson Hayes is making really good reads off that pick and roll. Like he's rolling. He's either got lob for Brown or corner kick for Rui or somebody. So he's making good reads. And then big to big interior, Brown to Jackson Hayes. So they're making really good reads and moving the ball well offensively. And that's why they're getting open, uncontested shots, which ultimately raise your percentages.
Yeah, you mentioned Marcus. He has 6 threes the last 2 games. Rui is 6 for 8 in the last 2 games. So those guys are starting to find the rhythm. Right, time to hear from Coach JJ Redick, brought to you by your Toyota dealers. All right, guys, let's get you with Mike Trudell.
All right, Austin, what did you think was the key in you guys establishing control early in the game?
Oh, we just played hard. Obviously, Luka had it going. Everybody played good. Jackson's playing really well, Marcus. It was a team effort.
We've seen this before from Lucas, certainly, but what was it like seeing just kind of how hot, how efficient he was tonight?
It was cool. Our shot he made, I think, at the end of the third off the glass was just he gets bored and tries stuff. So, good player.
Your second half was kind of more what we were used to after the slow first half. Was it as simple as shots were falling? Did you attack any differently?
No. I didn't play very good in the first half.
How's the wrist? Saw you how you wrapped up? Was that after the collision yesterday?
I just thought it looked cool, so I just rocked with it.
What's the biggest improvements you've seen from Jackson from last season or end of last season to now?
Well, I think maturity, the way he approaches the game day to day, does what he needs to do in his off time around the gym, gets his work in, takes care of his body, and then just the preparation that he puts into it. You can tell he's grown in those aspects, and that's just made him a better player. He's been, I think, we could probably all agree that it's just some of the best basketball he's played in his career. I'm happy for him. We need him to continue to do that because he's a big part of what we're going to do.
You guys don't have the best record against good teams. You got another good one coming in on Sunday, and that's the start of a stretch. JJ was talking about like 10 days or so where you have 5 or 6 games against strong opponents. How important it would maybe just to get one, and then you kind of can shed that the reputation up to this point for the season?
I think it's just continuing to play the game the right way. We're still, growing. chemistry on the court, just continuing to do the right things and trusting the process. And yeah, I think it'll be a big game Sunday, and that's a good team, and we expect to go out there and play hard and compete and try to get a win. Yep, appreciate it.
All right, let's talk a little Austin Reaves, guys. Last 4 out of 5 games, if you look at his line, he's had great second halves, and he's been able to get it going, but he's had slow starts in his last 4 out of 5. Again, tonight, he was 0 for 4 in the first. He had 4 points at halftime, ends up with 19. James, is that just him trying to figure out a way to get going, or are you a little concerned about the slow starts?
I'm not concerned because I know Austin can adjust and get it going. I just remember that he was out for a while. He was out for a while, and then the team was picking up the pieces with him being out. So he comes back. It may have taken him a little bit to readjust to being on the team with different players. They finally get everybody healthy again. He's got to adjust a bit on the floor with LeBron and Luka. They're still tweaking that. So I think he's right on pace, gaining his confidence. We know what he can do. I think the last couple of games we're starting to see the Austin Reaves that we're accustomed to seeing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say it's too early to be concerned, but we still have some time before we reach concern level. But I like Big Game said, I think it's a multitude of reasons of why that domino effect has happened, where certain guys play well when guys are out. When guys are healthy, they're still trying to adjust to, like even Rui. When everybody's out and he's come off the bench, he was averaging 20 for a stretch. Now more guys are back, he's getting less volume. Austin the same. He was out, came back from the hamstring injury, and then Luka was out for a second. He got more opportunity, and Luka comes back. So they haven't had a lot of minutes on the road as a group, driving behind the wheel. So it's an adjustment for everybody. And I just think it's the life of a basketball player. You're going to have moments where you're going to play great. You're going to have moments where you're going to have like a down slump or part of the season. And right now, he's trying to get through that. And the only way to get through that is to continue to trust the process of watching film and working on your game. So I think he's fine. I said I'm not concerned. I think he'll get there. It's just one of those parts of the seasons where, he's kind of figuring it out and finding himself again.
Do you know the adjustments we have to make and the pieces we have to pick up when you're out? So we have to pick up the pieces, man. It's the next man up, Gator.
Real tough.
Man, we're missing about 50 points. We're missing a lot
of shots.
That's a lot of money on the roster, man. There's a lot of money missing on the roster.
Man, come on back,
funny.
bro.
You guys are really funny. 44 points from Luka, the 10th time this season at the podium. All right, little Access 360. Danny's going to the wall.
Yeah,
James, you
boy.
can chill.
Yeah.
It's got to be Luka.
Yeah, of course. We're talking about the shots, the difficulty of how he got in rhythm and what he sees out there on the floor. I mean, his IQ is unbelievable, but he's a mastermind at manipulating defense. He's getting a switch here. He sees the bigs. This is what he does best, right? Get into his dance, get into his bag. A little between the legs, change direction, between the legs, change direction. Stop, go, pump fake. Uses IQ, get the guy in the air, draws the foul, 2 free throws. Best in the business. Again, here, what he does is when he's attacking guys, he's looking at their feet. He's looking at Pascal Siakam. As soon as he sees that he's retreating, he knows that he can't get back to contest this three-pointer. He sees that right foot go back. Pascal, even though he's 6'9", 6'10", and very athletic, he can't get back to contest Luka's three, and he's already in rhythm, so he's knocking down the shot. Again, guard trying to pick him up full court, uses his change of direction to get them off balance. Best in the business at doing so. Sees his body is square, watch his left foot go and drop back. As soon as he sees that foot goes back, I'm raising up, and I'm shooting a three. You can't get back to block it or contest it. Another scenario here. Got a guy guarding him full court at the half-court line. Takes his time. He knows he's in rhythm right now. He changed the pace. He's very deceptive. He's faster than what people think he is. So he's fast and going fast, raw hard left. Kind of stops on the dime, gets the defense shifted, off balance, sees that foot go back, and he can shoot it from anywhere on the floor. He's in rhythm. He's knocking it down. It's all about reading the defense, reading their feet with him, and he sees it. Once you take one wrong step, one wrong move, it's going up, or I'm getting a foul, or I'm getting to the basket and making you change your direction and making you look silly.
That's good breakdown right there.
Yeah, he's got good eyes. He knows the feet.
Deceptive speed.
He has gears that other players don't have.
Yeah.
Like a jazz musician plays in between the notes. And that's what Luka does. He plays in between the notes, and and then before you know it, he's in the cup.
Yeah. Good analogy right
like
there.
That?
I actually love it. Big Game, when you look at the leading scorers in the league, there's only 19 games left. And Luka Doncic at 32.5. Right now, he is the clear favorite to end this season, leading the NBA in scoring.
And as great as all those guys are behind him, when he's in a mode that he is right now, I just think he will win the scoring title this year. Shea's right there, but Luka can get 44 tonight. He can get numbers easily.
Yeah, Shea's close. He can get there, but I just don't see it happening. And it seems like it's close, but a whole point is
it's a lot.
That's a lot to make up for. But 19 games, again, and Luka, the way he fills it up, and if he's shooting the way he's shooting from 3, shooting 44 in the last 6 or 8 games, you can count it for 40 most nights.
Did Shea break that other record?
Well, I think he got it.
He got it. He had 2 games to get 20 or more.
He wasn't slowing down.
Yeah. Interesting.
Luke Kennard with 15, including 3 of 5. Sunday against the Knicks, 12:30 ABC. Tuesday, it's the Timberwolves. Late 8 p.m. start. We'll be down there, by the way, followed by the Bulls on Thursday. Saturday, the 3rd and final matchup with Denver this season. That's also on ABC. March 16th, the first of 2 with the Rockets in Houston. Luke Kennard's at the podium.